Hey everybody! It's been a good while since we've done this. In case anyone's curious, the reason for the hiatus was because after the last stream, I started losing my voice, and then during the recovery time, Xenoblade Chronicles X came out. And so I said I was going to play that for a little bit until I finished, until I recovered, and then I wound up playing the entire thing, or at least the entirety of the story mode. So now I'm finally back into this. So how's everyone's FGO anniversary going? Who'd you get in the Destiny order? Who'd you get in the GSSR? I got Summer Ibuki in the GSSR and Okita in the Destiny order. And I believe the summer event comes out tomorrow. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick this back up. Last time we kind of stopped in the middle. I leave the church. Saber appears as soon as I exit, as if she'd been waiting in the shadows.
話は済みましたか、シロ?
Yeah, I heard what kind of master my old man was and about his connection to the Einspirits. The priest also warned me about what I should do next. He's a lot more chatty than he looks. I feel like I owe him now.
あの神父があなたに協力的だったのですか?
Saber blinks a few times in bewilderment.
シロ、どうしました? やはり何か代償を求められたのですか? どうして私を呼ばなかったのです? 危険が迫った時は呼んでほしいとあれほど言ったではないですか?
I must have been making an odd expression because Saber gets in my face and starts examining me.
それで何をされたのですか、シロ? あなたの傷はまだ完治してはいない。少しの油断で昨夜の繰り返しになるのだとあなた自身も分かっているはずです。
Why would he attack me in a church on neutral ground? That would never happen, right? Saber gets even closer.
傷を見せてください、シロ。昨夜の傷は私にも責任がある。その責を返さないままあなたを死なせるわけにはいかない。私はまだサーバントとして一度もあなたの助けになっていないのです。こんなことで契約を破棄することなど許容できない。
Saber reaches for my shirt as if to tear it off. Whoa! But rather than coming off as frightening, she's... Oops. I couldn't hold the laughter in.
シロ。
Saber's hand stops. Her look of worry becomes a glare as she realizes what I'm thinking.
シロ。他者の動揺を楽しむのは良くない趣味だ。
Even her indignation is amusing, and my cheeks start burning.
シロ。
Sorry, you look so anxious and surprised me. I just had a happy accident, a dumb mistake of mine.
嬉しい誤算ですか。何か含むものを感じますが、当然納得のいく説明をしてくれるのでしょうね。
Saber looks increasingly offended. She'd be right at home on the disciplinary committee at school. I know she's sincerely giving me the what for, but it was so sincere that I got a glimpse beneath her usual veneer.
何をニヤニヤと笑っているのです。私があなたの容体を見誤ったことがそんなに楽しいのですか?
Sorry. I'm happy to hear it, honest. You just seem more upbeat than usual.
はい。私の体調に異常はありませんが、それが何か?
That's not what I meant. It's like I saw who you really are for the first time. I'm glad you're an actual girl. Saber flinches and takes a step back.
何を言うのです。サーバントに性別など関係ありません。私たちは敵を撃つだけの存在なのですから、そのようなことで喜ばれては困る。
I'm not sure if Saber is angry or exasperated, but she's giving me a withering look. Strangely, it doesn't bother me, and I just keep grinning. Though she's a servant, beneath it all, she's still also human. I don't know what the others are like, but she's the one I'm contracted with. She isn't just a familiar for fighting my battles. She just said that she hasn't helped me yet. I recall how she saved me from Lancer, and how she tried to buy me time to get away from Berserker. She saved my life twice over, and she still thinks she hasn't helped me. I can't tell if you're a busybody or a perfectionist.
何ですかその目は。マスターといえど、同すぎる言動は無視できません。シローがそれ以上おかしなことを言うのなら、私にも考えがありますが。
Fine, fine, don't be mad. I'm just saying I'm glad you're the servant I made a contract with.
何を言うのです。私はあなたに呼ばれただけだ。私の意思であなたと契約したわけではありません。私を選んだのは他ならぬあなたではないですか。
Only by coincidence. It's too bad. I wish I could have reached out to you like I meant it. I extend my right hand to her. It's something I still haven't done yet. I have to make her a promise that I should have done from the beginning.
シロ。
I know it's overdue, but this is the only way I know how to do it. Saber wordlessly walks over to me and grasps my hands without hesitation. Her fingers are thin. I feel the firm touch of someone other than myself. Will you fight with me? I need your help, Saber.
私の誓いは変わりません。あなたの剣となるためにこの身は召喚されたのです。それに助けが必要なのはお互い聖杯を手に入れるために私はあなたの力を借りる。あなたが信頼してくれるのなら私はその心に見合う力を振るいましょう。
Through her handshake, I feel her warmth. Whatever unease I've harbored is erased without a trace. It's been half a day since the night when this all started. For the first time, I finally feel like I have a true ally at my side. We wait for nightfall, then head out into town. That's what Saber and I decided after discussing it. Like Kotomine said, I can't sense the other masters. Only Saber can detect our enemies, and only when she's physically near the other servants. So the obvious course of action is to patrol the city on foot. It just happened to seem like a good idea to me, but Saber said that it was a risky but certain choice. A master shouldn't stay holed up in his hideout. The Holy Grail War is a competition between masters, so they'll all do whatever they can to come in first place. To do that, servants search for opposing masters' hideouts, while masters set magical traps for each other. And everyone exposes themselves to a degree while doing that. Servant or master, they still need magical energy to operate. Even if I can't sense other mages, I can at least sniff out traces of their spent energy. If I canvass the city looking for those traces, then I might find clues leading to the other masters. Of course, that requires me to offer myself up as bait. Like Father Kotomine said, it's the only thing I can do. Well, we'll start our patrols tonight. Saber insisted that I stay home while she patrols the town, but I countered that we were supposed to be fighting side by side. After a long and fruitless argument.
わかりました。では、必ず私と共に行動すると約束してください。夜中、一人では決して外に出ることはしないと誓いますか？
Finally, Saber gives in. Now then, We've decided on our plan of action, so there are 2 more problems left to address.
シロ、先ほども説明しましたが、私は余分な魔力は使えません。今夜出陣を控えているのならなおさらです。
Yeah, you mentioned that you'd be sleeping whenever you can to save power. You have to maintain your physical body on your own, since you're not getting any energy from me. You recover 8 points of magical energy a day, and it takes 6 to maintain your body. That leaves 2 in reserve. In a regular fight, you would spend, 10 points at best?
こちらが一度も傷を負わず、鎧を破損しない限りはそうです。ですが、同格な英霊相手では、そのようなことはありえません。シロウ風に言うのなら、ランサーとの戦いに50、バーサーカーとの戦いに至っては200ほど魔力を消費しました。
Lancer stabbed her in the chest and Berserker tore her stomach out. Wait. That sounds more like what happened to you, Shirou. Recovering from that much damage clearly took a lot of magical energy. Or so I thought, but...
肉体の治癒にはそう魔力を使いません。むしろ破壊された鎧の修復の方が大きい。私の魔力はその大半を守りに固定していますから。
Is how it is, apparently. So the armor's like a part of your body. It takes energy to maintain them both, and you take it off to conserve energy.
はい。ですが、他のサーバントにその必要はないでしょう。私は霊体になれないので、武装を解除するしかありませんが、ランサーやアーチャーは非戦闘時に霊体になることで、マスターへの負担を減らしているはずです。
I see. Makes sense. Oh, I think that's enough ingredients.
シロー、食事を用意してもらえるのは助かりますが、少々緊張感に欠けるとは思いませんか？
Huh? I am, though. Okay, not entirely, but I don't exactly feel like I'm in danger at this very moment. I was surprised to hear Saber's condition after we came home and had our strategy meeting. Without any extra magical energy from me, it takes all of Saber's power just to exist. That doesn't sound like she's in any shape to fight at all, but when I brought it up... Hey, Saber, can I ask one more time how much magical energy you have right now?
シロー風に言うのなら1000ほどですが。
That's just crazy. She still has that much in the tank, even after spending 200 on Berserker. And that's Saber on a bad day. It terrifies me to imagine how much power she might have with a proper mage backing her up. Clearly, it would be a number beyond imagination. It'd be stupid to even ask how many multiples of me that would be. I think I'm finally starting to understand why Tosaka calls Saber the best servant. That makes me feel a little better. There's only 6 enemies to fight, so you seem to have plenty of fuel for now.
それはただ戦うだけの場合です。先ほども言いましたが、宝具の使用には莫大な魔力を必要とします。今の私では宝具の使用は厳しい。そのために少しでも魔力を温存しなくてはならないのです。
Saber's upset. I'm not sure if it's because her incompetent master is a burden to her, or if it's because I'm not letting her get a good night's rest. I know you need to save energy, but meals are important too. I still have some leftovers from lunch, so let me fix you dinner. You can go to bed after that.
いいでしょう。元より私もたやすく宝具を使う気はありません。この話はあなたがもう少しサーバントというものを実感してからにします。
Looking a little displeased, Saber politely takes a seat at the dining table, her posture perfect. Good, good. I'm glad she's willing to hear me out. Anyway, that's enough about our magical energy problem for tonight. It isn't something we have a solution for, so the next step is to get a firm grasp on our situation. And...
しかしシロ、先ほど問題が2つあると言いましたが、あと1つは何なのですか？
Oh, it'll be here any second now. Make sure to use the cover story we talked about. I start chopping daikon radishes and throw them into the wok. Saber tilts her head quizzically. And then...
ただいまー。シロー、晩ご飯作ってるかな。お邪魔します、先輩。
A pair of familiar voices ring out from the house entrance. The silence is painful. As I expected, Fujine and Sakura take one look... As I expected, Fujine and Saber... As I expected, Fujine and Sakura take one look at Saber and then fix me with a laser-hot glare. This is Saber. She'll be staying over starting today. Please be nice. That's all the explanation I give. Nobody objects, which makes the silence feel that much more pointed. They don't even drink the tea to avoid making a sipping sound, leaving the hot tea go. They don't even drink the tea to avoid making a sipping sound, leaving the hot tea to go cold. But we'll never get anywhere at this rate. I'll just need to screw up my courage and press on. Anyway, she came to see my old man. I can't just send her home. She's just taking the time for a little tourism and won't be staying that long. And we can have her stay in one of the open rooms. The quiet stretches on. By the way, I can understand Fujine and Sakura's reaction, but why does Saber look so surprised?
まあ、桐次さんの知り合いなら仕方ないか。外国に親戚がいるとか言ってたし、セイバーさんもしっかりしているようだし、私は反対できないかな。藤村先生、それは。ごめんね。さくらちゃんの気持ちはわかるけど、ここは桐次さんの家だから。それにさ、外国からここを頼りにしてきた子をほっぽり出したら日本の恥でしょ。そうでなくとも最近は物騒なんだから、こんな可愛い子を追い出せないわよ。それはそうですけど、先輩はそれでいいんですか？
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna let Saber stay here for the time being. Do you have a problem with that, Sakura?
いえ、お知り合いの方が住むのはいいと思います。けど、そのセイバーって。
Oh, yeah. Her name sounds kind of strange, but I guarantee that she's good people. She might act a little weird because she isn't used to Japan yet, but I'd appreciate it if you help her out.
はい。先輩がそう言うならいいです。
Sakura nods meekly, not meeting Saber's eyes. Does she not like Saber because she's a foreigner? Anyway, it's time for dinner. I put a lot of effort into dinner to make up for lunch, and because it's Saber's welcome meal. The meal begins with a tuna tataki salad and fried chicken with a mildly spicy scallion sauce. It's followed by a somewhat standard main course of beef and potato stew, accompanied by an assortment of deep-fried tempura featuring fluffy shrimp. It's definitely a splurge without any clear program to the menu, but it seems poorly received by both the guests of honor and my apprentice.
うわ、何この天ぷら。中がホクホクで美味しいとかいう話じゃないよ。どうしてくれるのよ、シロ。私普通のエビさん見直しちゃった。
Well, on the other hand, Fujine enjoys the meal enough for the four of us. Thanks to her good humor, dinner ends without incident. I even got to see Fujine offer Saber some of her own food, which isn't common at all. She seems to have taken a shine to our taciturn house guest, which is something I ought to have seen coming. Fujine leads Saber off to prep her bedroom in the guest house. Sakura and I stay behind to clean up after dinner. We divide up the tasks as usual. I'll do the dishes. Sakura, would you mind cleaning up the table? Oh, and don't throw the frying oil away yet. Just cover it up, and put it in the back. Do you need any help? It's heavy.
はい大丈夫ですよ私こう見えても力持ちなんですから
She picks up the pot with a small huff of exertion. She could pull a bowstring after all, so I shouldn't have worried. Though there's more to archery than pulling a bowstring. I wash the dishes to the sound of splashing water. Then...
あれ先輩タオルが減ってますよペーパータオルも空っぽだしいつもと食器の置き場所も違ってます
Huh? Let's see. Oh, you're right. I wonder if a thief got in.
タオル専門の窃盗犯というのは難しいですね
Right? What kind of thief does that? Dishes not in their proper place. An empty paper towel roll. Several missing kitchen towels. Finally, the dots connect in my head. Ah, right! Tosaka was here! I slapped my fist into my palm with realization. Tosaka took care of me after I collapsed during the berserker fight. She must have used whatever linens were on hand to treat me.
先輩遠坂先輩のことですか
Yeah, she stopped by the other day. I was stupid and got myself hurt. Tosaka was passing by and was kind enough to give me first aid. She really is the gracious star student of our school, huh? Of course, I didn't mention the last half of that at all. Whatever fantasies I had of Tosaka died that night. To my deep regret, Green Tosaka, the star student and idol of my high school life, was wiped away yesterday. Darn it!
どうして
Hmm?
どうして遠坂先輩がここに来るんですかそんなのおかしいですだって全然関係ないここにいるのは私で先輩とあの人は全然関係ないのにどうして
Sakura suddenly goes still, looking downcast. It's so sudden, I don't know what to say. She's hugging herself as if she's trying to hold in some anxiety. The lighting dims once I'm outside. It's 11 p.m. Saber and I leave just as the city starts to fall asleep.
ではシロとりあえずこの町の中心に向かうのですが
Yeah, sorry about that. My dog doesn't respond well to thunder. We've been getting lots of heat warnings in the area, and then every time before the day closes out, there's rain or something. Hang on just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sakura's condition didn't improve after cleaning up after dinner. In fact, she looked worse. She didn't have much energy and was spacing out like she had a fever. But she didn't want me to walk her home and asked Fujine to take her back instead.
それともあちらの町に行ってみますか他のマスターが潜んでいる可能性はあちらの方が高そうですが
Come to think of it, Sakura has looked off for the last 2 days. She looks like she isn't feeling well, or maybe she's scared of something.
シロもし 聞いているのですか、シロ。シロ、今夜の方針を聞いているのです。
Huh? I look up in surprise. Saber's pouting in front of me. Sorry, I spaced out. You want to know what we'll do next?
分かっているのなら繰り返す必要はありませんね。どちらの町にも言えることですが、地脈の流れにわずかな支障が起きています。他のマスターが行動を起こしているのは間違いないでしょう。選択次第では今夜中に一人減らせる。
So we might suddenly end up fighting a master, huh? But what should we do if we run into that girl again? I thought we can't beat Berserker.
マスター、今の私は万全です。魔力提供がないとはいえ、5体満足ならばオイソルと敗れることはありません。まあ相手がイリアスフィールの場合のみ撤退することになるでしょう。バーサーカーの宝具が何であるか、それを見極めるまでこちらも宝具は使えませんから。
Saber's only cautious of Berserker. She doesn't mention any other possible encounters like Tosaka. To Saber, Tosaka's just an enemy that needs to be defeated. To me, though, the others need to be stopped, not defeated. Just to be sure we're on the same page, Saber, if a master and their servant surrender, stop. I want to force the other masters to use up their command spells. Are you all right with that?
分かっています。ですがシロ、敵がこちらの申し出を受け入れないのであれば、その時は。
Then we'll follow the rules of the war. That's what they signed up for when they became masters. We start down a nearby road. Should we patrol nearby Miyama or Shinto across the bridge? Tonight? Whoa, okay. Phew. It's been a while since I've seen the Heaven's Feel movies, and I'm not even sure if this was a choice in one of them. We'll secure our home turf. We'll patrol Miyama tonight. It's been weird around here lately, so we should make sure our home turf is secure.
同感です。目に見えてわかるような異常はないでしょうが、丁寧に見回れば手がかりは得られるはずです。
Let's check out the nearby neighborhoods first. We head down the intersection and patrol the European-style neighborhoods. If we don't find anything, then we can just move on to Shinto and look for clues there. After doing a circuit of the neighborhoods, we return to the intersection. There was nothing out of the ordinary in our area. All that's left is to search the hill on the European side, and we can go as far as Ryudo Temple if we want to expand our search area. Huh? A sudden chill runs up my spine. Saber, that's... Saber looks in the direction of Shinto. She must have better senses than me. Whatever I sensed was fading, but it was unmistakably a scream accompanied by a strong wave of magical energy. I knew it. It's the entire reason we're looking around outside. But why won't my brain work? I told myself I was ready to fight. Any hesitation disappeared the moment I risked my life. But now my body won't listen to my brain. It's too soon. I never expected that we'd hit the mark on the first day. So I can't move. I may be used to being attacked, but I'm not used to going on the attack. I'm such an idiot. I kept saying I was ready to die, but I never thought about killing anyone else.
悲鳴が止みました。感じ取れる気配も消えかけています。何が起きたかは分かりませんが、このままでは襲われたものは助からないでしょう。
I get what just happened. Then it passes. My frozen brain and paralyzed limbs move again. The fear of watching someone die drives away. The fear of an imminent battle of life and death. I'm sorry, Saber. I break into a sprint, apologizing for my own spinelessness. I dashed toward the source of the scream, the battle that left such an ominous magical energy. I'm not ready. My legs are shaking even as I run. That's the correct response. If I lack the will to fight, to want the Holy Grail for myself, then that fear will inevitably come to me. What the heck are you doing, you moron? That's right. If I had a reason to fight, then I should have embraced it first. If Shirou is facing those armed with wishes for the Holy Grail, then it needs to be then he needs to confront and erase this fear with the wish to stop the fighting. I make a straight dash for the park without looking back. The leaking magical energy is huge and incredibly repulsive. It's like an oil spill in the middle of a clear stream. Even I can sense power as dense as this. Saber halts. Her eyes grasp the situation faster than I can. What? I tremble. The feeling in my frenzied mind can only be described as revulsion and terror. It was like seeing a vampire out of folk tales. A black-clad woman has her mouth on the neck of an unconscious woman, biting, sucking. Drops of fresh blood fall from her lips. It was eating a person. I don't mean that it was chewing on their flesh. The woman in black was sucking on a person's entire being, her victim's mind and memories. The victim doesn't even twitch. It's as if the woman getting life sucked out of her by the minute has been turned into a living doll. I can't come up with any words. I'm not surprised that the vampire-like thing is a servant. There's an unmistakably human figure watching the woman in black from behind.
へえ、誰かと思えばエミヤじゃないか。すごいな。お前の間の悪さもここまで来ると長所だね。
Shinji, you... My head grinds to a halt. I can't figure out what's happening. I can't make a clear decision. What is he doing here? What's that book in his hand? How can he laugh when someone's dying? How is this absurd situation happening in front of me?
どうした？何固まってるんだエミヤ。サーバントの気配を嗅ぎつけてやってきたんだろ？ならもっとちゃんとしろよ。一応さ、バカなお前にも分かりやすいように演出してやったんだぜ。
Shinji's familiar voice doesn't sound very familiar at all. It's strangely high-pitched. Wait, so he gets a servant and sounds like less of a man? There's something utterly repugnant about it. Did you kill her? My hands ball into fists. I don't even look at the servant in front of Shinji. My mind is frozen. Something far stronger than me, a servant I should do everything in my power to flee from, is right in front of me, and it doesn't feel threatening at all. My rational mind is gone at the window.
はあ？殺したのかって。バカだねお前。サーバントの餌は人間だろ？なら結果は一つじゃないか。まあ僕もどうかと思うけど仕方ないだろ。こいつらは生しか口に合わないってんだ。サーバントを維持するには魔力を与え続けるしかない。お前だって手頃な獲物を探してたんじゃないの？
The black-clad servant doesn't move. It's like a well-trained attack dog. One that won't act without orders. A doll that won't even move without orders from its master. But once that order comes down, it becomes a devil that will murder without hesitation. Back off! I stand in front of the attack dog and give my warning. There's no time. If I hurry, I might be able to save this woman.
はあ？どけって何さ？それ、もしかして僕に言ってるのかい？エミヤ。はっ、お断りだね。食い残しが欲しいんなら手を出せよ。それはお前の使い魔だろ？
シンジ！
ほら、戦わせてみようぜ、エミヤ。僕はサーバント同士の戦いが見たくて人を呼んだんだ。お前だってマスターだろ？なのにブルブル震えてさ、そんなんじゃ そこの女と変わらないじゃないか。
So you're not going to back off?
しつこいな。どかしたかったら力ずくでやれよ。ま、もっとも震えてる分には構わないぜ。どのみちお前にはここで痛い目に遭ってもらうんだからね。
Shinji's eyes burn with animosity. As if taking that as a signal, the black-clad servant sinks to the ground and...
出ます。シロは後ろに。
Saber steps forth to meet the ghastly attacker. The two shadows collide. In an instant, Saber is fully armed and intercepting the other servant with her invisible sword. Steel clashes against steel. Saber, with a firmly planted stance, faces down the bounding, whirling servant. She can't keep up with her opponent's speed, so she plants her feet and solidifies her guard. The enemy's long hair whips through the air, hounding her cautious prey.
なんだ、ただのデクノボーじゃないか。マスターが三流ならサーバントも三流だったな。
Like me, Shinji backs away from the fight, cackling all the while. I don't know why he became a master, but he doesn't seem to be a mage. Shinji isn't doing anything to support his servant, which means he might be someone who coincidentally became a master like me. After taking several dagger strikes, Saber's feet stop. Her face looks pained. It's tinged with something resembling irritation at the agile opponent harrying her.
いいよ。構わないから決めちゃえライダー。じいさんの言いつけは守ったんだ。エミヤのサーバントを始末するぐらい不可抗力さ。
So if I went to Shinto straight away, would this be the version where Saber, where Saber one-hit KOs her like in the movie? The dark shadow gets faster. Rider obeys her master's command, accelerating and aiming to take Saber's head. But as she begins her strike, the shadow is cut down the middle. The fight was decided in an instant. Saber's sword finds Rider's body, sending the servant streaking through the air. Close enough. It's as magnificent as sending a sandbag flying with a bat. The batter in this case is Saber, while the sandbag is Rider. Hang on just a moment. The tension in the air changes. Shiji stares at the wounded rider in shock.
嘘だろ。
Astonished, I watch as Saber lowers her sword with a bored expression.
なんだよ。何やってんだよ、お前。
Rated T for teen on the Nintendo eShop. He's giving her an earful. Shinji runs over to Rider and screams at her. She's sprawled out on the ground, her belly cut open.
誰がやられていいなんて言ったんだ。信じられない。こんなの命令違反だ。この僕がマスターになってやったのに、エミヤのサーバントなんかにやられやがって。
Rider does her best to rise out of the pool of blood, but she can't stand. She's taken a critical wound. Even if she's a servant, she won't survive long unless she gets treated soon.
このさっさと立って戦え死人。どうせ生きてないんだ。傷なんてどうでもいいんだろう。もう何グズグズしてるんだよこのクズ。恥かかせやがって。これじゃあ僕の方が弱いみたいじゃないか。
So is the version that's on the Nintendo? I know I'm playing the PC version, so but is the eShop version censored? Because I can't imagine I can't imagine this would fly otherwise. Shinji verbally abuses Ryder. Saber doesn't approve.
ライダーを責める前に自身を責めればいい。いかに優れた英霊であろうと、主に恵まれなければ進化を発揮できないのだからな。
バカ！早く立てって言ってるだろ。マスターを守るのがお前たちの役割なんだ。勝てないんなら体を張って食い止めろよな。
言っておくが、それも無駄だ。霊樹を使ったところで貴様にライダーは直せない。死にかけのライダーを霊樹で酷使したところで私を防ぐ盾にもなるまい。
I'll be back in a minute.